Hey, so I'm Gaz Coward and I am the owner of the Black X Entertainment channel here on YouTube. I apologise for the beard. I normally have a shave before I do videos such as this. But I got a very interesting message on my Twitter account earlier this week. This young lad, he must have been just shy of his 15th birthday. Now, those of you that have followed me for quite a while, or those that follow my studio, will know that I'm an avid filmmaker. I'm IMDb credited. I've worked on many television shows, feature films, web shows, the works. And on my IMDb, I clearly state that I was bullied out of high school when I was younger. This young lad that messaged me, he went into a lot of detail of what these bullies have been doing to him, and he kind of asked my advice. The only way I can really give advice is to put you in my shoes. So instead of just giving you advice, I'm going to give advice to everyone out there that's been bullied. Okay? So, I was in high school, and one day I went into school, and, well, to be blunt, my father had passed away about 2 months prior. And I've been off school for quite a while because I didn't feel like I could go to school because I was still upset from losing my father. Anyway, I returned to school 2 months later, and that day at school I had a lot of people coming up to me and asking me if I was okay and all this, the usual. However, when school ended, that's the moment that the rest of my school year would change. My mum came to pick me up. It was just much easier than catching the bus. But my mum came to pick me up in a brand new car that she'd paid cash for. The other kids saw this and they must have taken an instant hating to me. Anyway, the next day I went to school as usual, and these kids started to pick on me, calling me rich boy, calling me just pure names, everything, just to try and beat me down. It even came to the point that I had somebody threatening me with a knife in school. I was constantly upset. This went on for weeks, and then one day I decided to finally admit that I was being bullied to the headmaster. I was called into the office. These bullies were called into the office, and we had a long discussion about it all, but still no one took into account the fact that I'd just lost my father 2 months prior. My dad was only 40 years old and I was only 15. Thinking back on it now, the way I handled it was probably the best way of handling it, going to a teacher. It did. Well, it didn't stop. It got worse, but that's a story for a completely different video. But I have wrote a novel about it, and I do go into detail. But going back to this question that this young boy sent me, he has requested that I don't reveal his name because he's scared that the bullies are going to see this video and the bullying's going to get worse. I kind of understand where he's coming from. The truth is, right now, to you, that lad who sent me a message, and to everybody that's been bullied out there, you might think that your life's a waste of space, or you can't go on, or you're just sick of going into school or going out on the street, leaving your house, and your confidence has been beaten down by these bullies. You might think that it's time to just give up and not tell anybody. The truth is, the best thing you can do is tell somebody. That is the best thing you can do. I did. And yeah, maybe it got worse before it got better, but it was sorted, and it did stop. The truth is, you're not going to be in school for the rest of your life. So if you're in the last year of high school and you're still being bullied, you know what? Stick it out. Stick out that last year of high school. Do your exams, and then you leave. You're gone. You go on to college, university, wherever you want to go. The bullying doesn't continue. Now, I'll tell you something, I've got the best friends around me that I could ever dream of. I'm not 28. I made it through high school. But most of all, if you are being bullied and it's that bad, tell somebody. Tell your parents. Tell your best friends, because they can help. But most of all, tell those teachers and state what's going on. Tell them. Don't just sit there. Don't just put up with it. Don't get up in the morning and think, I'm going to school today, I'm going to go and get bullied. Don't. Tell somebody, because fair enough, it might get worse before it gets better, but it will get better and it will stop. I just hope that my advice helps you, and I hope that you send me another message. Like I said, I'm not going to reveal your name, but I hope you send me another message telling me that my advice helps and that you tell somebody to get it sorted. Because it's horrible to be bullied. I've been there. I know what it's like. So please, yes, send me another message and I will talk to you. And I hope you get, I really do, I hope it stops for you. And this is a message to all you bullies out there. The only reason you bully people is because there's something wrong with you. You're either what's the way of putting it? You think you're better than the person you're bullying, or you're hiding something. You're hiding something, and you know how you're hiding it? By bullying that person and beating them down. That's why you're bullying that person. So, what's the point? We're all equal in this world. And you know what? When that person leaves school, that person will probably leave school and go into a better job or a better education than you as the bully ever will. So it's not worth it. Just stop and let that person live his or her life. Because you know what? All those years that I was bullied, look at me now. I now run a production company. Or shall I say, I own my own company, I co-own a second company, and I help run a third company as an advisor. So you know what? I did very well for myself. And anyone else watching this video that wants me to give my advice or my input on a certain subject, I want you to comment down below, or send me a private message. Subscribe, send me a private message, comment below. Tell me something or a subject that you'd like my advice on or my input, and I'll try my best to answer it the best I can. But that concludes this video here on my new channel. I'd like to say thank you for watching, and to the young lad that sent me that message, like I said, send me another message, keep me updated on your progress, and let me know when it stops, and let me know what you're doing to help it stop. Let me know who you're talking to, and if I am the only person you're talking to, I'm privileged for that, but I shouldn't be. Speak to your parents, your teachers, and your closest friends, and they can help you, and it will stop.